The Mandalorian's 18th chapter just gave us our very first canon look at a mythosaur, and it was awesome. But what exactly were these creatures, and why are they so mythologically important to the future of the series? Let's start with the Star Wars Legends version of their history, which I already think has changed, but it's the best source of information we have right now. Mythosaurs once ruled the planet Mandalore until the arrival of the Tong people, who were in the process of creating Mandalorian society as we currently know it. Around 7,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, their leader, called Mandalore I, led his warriors in conquering the world for themselves, driving the Mythosaurs to extinction. After their victory, Mandalore I took the Mythosaur skull as the symbol of his people. In the show, Bo-Katan tells us a different version of events. The living waters in the mines of Mandalore were once a Mythosaur lair. Mandalore the Great tamed the giant beast, and from that day forward, the Mythosaur skull became the symbol for all of Mandalore. So that's kind of similar, but not exact. I think it's interesting that Mandalore the Great was known for taming a mythosaur rather than driving its kind to extinction. That feels more mythical. There are tons of stories throughout time of heroes taming or facing dragons, which often represent a hero's inner demons. Dragons are often seen guarding treasure, like Smaug in the Lonely Mountain. The mythosaurs of old could have been guarding Beskar, but I think the mythosaur of this episode offers a greater treasure to Din and Bo-Katan. Last week I talked about how Bo-Katan quickly went through 2 steps of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. Din showed up, asked her to come to Mandalore with him, and she refused. The call to adventure and the refusal of the call. In chapter 18, she crossed the threshold of the mines, where she experienced trials and tribulations. She literally had to return to her past and the site of her greatest failures, the ruins of her once beautiful city. She fights monsters to rescue Din, briefly wields the magical sword, and all the while she is venturing deeper and deeper into her own past, eventually reaching the living waters that she talks about visiting as a child. I love that she sarcastically reads the myth of Mandalore the Great and his taming of the Mythosaur. She doesn't believe in any of it anymore. She has lost hope for any future of Mandalore. It's dead and gone. The ruins are proof. But deep in the mines, she finds the living symbol of Mandalore. She sees that a Mythosaur has survived the destruction. If we're speaking mythologically and symbolically, caves are related to the heart. The dangerous journey through a cave can symbolize a search for meaning. Bo-Katan seeing a mythosaur could help her rediscover her meaning and purpose. There is still hope for Mandalore. The planet was devastated by the Empire, but at the planet's heart, a mythosaur still remains. Bo-Katan may have briefly lost hope, but in her heart is still a fighter and a leader waiting to be unleashed again. I don't know if she will be the next Mandalore. She might tame the mythosaur, or it might be Din. It might be no one. I think it makes the most sense for this story to be about Din rising from a lowly foundling bounty hunter to the Mandalore, the leader of his people, learning which rules and traditions and symbols are worth keeping and which need to be updated or thrown away altogether. I could see Bo-Katan's journey be about the struggle to follow instead of lead, but I also really liked seeing her wielding the darksaber again with ease, so I would be just as happy if she kept her status as heiress to the throne. Right now, I only think it's important that Bo-Katan is finding hope for the future again, a renewed faith that her quest is worth fighting for, motivation to stop sulking alone in her chair and start leading again with or without the darksaber. Maybe she will continue to find hope in Din. There are multiple ways I can see the story continuing, and they're all exciting. Let me know what you think of the Mythosaur and what it might mean for the future of the series in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all our episode reviews and Mandalorian Season 3 coverage. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page, where we'll be releasing our video reactions and audio commentaries for every new episode. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.